everyone, Richie Cozzolino alongside Eric Christensen talking some CU Buffs basketball, which we haven't really had an honor and privilege of doing much this year based on their record. But Eric, 2 straight wins in the Big 12 tournament. The Buffs are rolling right now.
And 3 straight wins overall. They started the season 1-17 in conference from like December 30th to March 5th. And since then, they've gone 3-0. The question is, how did this happen? And I have no idea. I mean, it's the same players. Obviously, they're playing better. R.J. Smith seems to be hitting his stride. Elijah Malone, the transfer big from NAIA, seems to be playing his best basketball. And I think the seniors, Andre Jakimovsky and Trevor Baskin, 2 seniors, know their career is going to end here with their next loss. Seems like they don't want it to end. That's an often refrain that you hear from coaches. And so they're getting it a little bit from everybody. It's a different guy or two each and every night. And I think they've had a favorable schedule. They played TCU in that first game, a team they had just beaten a couple days ago. And West Virginia was a team they played really tough in Boulder. And I'm not sure West Virginia's a world beater, but it gets a whole lot different tomorrow.
And, you know, they've had these second half runs, which have kind of propelled them. And it looks like, especially when you talked about Andre Jakimovsky and Trevor Baskin, seniors stepping up, because when you only got 20 minutes of basketball left, there seems to be some switch that Tad Boyle throws to get his team motivated to play the end.
You know, there's no secret to hitting shots, right? Tad will sit there and say, listen, when it comes to making shots, that's on them. I can't make the shots for them. I can draw up offenses and try to get them better looks, but it comes down sometimes to just making or missing shots. But I will say this, I think their defense is much improved. R.J. Smith, I know he had a great offensive game tonight. He's playing really good defense. Andre Jakimovsky's been their best defensive player all year long. And I think this team is kind of buying into Tad's, Tad wants to play defense and he wants to rebound. Those are the pillars of the program. And it seems like, at least on the defensive side of the ball, they're playing it at their highest level this season.
So now the big question remains. They got 3 games left. If you're going to get a spot in March Madness, you got to go.
They have to win 5
in 5 days. And they start with Houston on Thursday. That is the 16th seed in the Big 12 tournament, up against Big Bad number 1. Houston's number 2 nationally.
Yeah.
Give it to us straight. Do they have a chance?
Well, you always have a chance, right? You always have a puncher's chance.
What you love about March.
Exactly. And Colorado's got a little momentum underneath their wins. This will be Houston's first game of the tournament in Kansas City. Colorado's already played on this court now twice. So maybe Houston eases their way into the game a little bit off the start. I don't know. But I guess that would be the hope for Buff fans. But listen, Colorado played Houston earlier in the year. The game was in Boulder, and it was a close game. So you lost by 10, but it wasn't like Houston led by 20 and the game got whittled down to 10. I think it was like a 3-4 point game with about 5-6 minutes left. And then Houston's got a center lefty, really cagey, crafty big guy. Colorado really doesn't have an answer for him, or didn't on that night. So Colorado has experience of playing Houston tough. Colorado's been on this court now twice in Kansas City. This will be Houston's first game in the Big 12 tournament. Those things might benefit Colorado, but Kelvin Sampson in Houston, he's building a great program there. They are one of the top 5 teams in college basketball, it seems, year in and year out. They're tough, they're nasty, they're strong, they bring it, they don't take nights off. I think CU's run's going to end tomorrow. Wow. It would be a miracle if it didn't, but you never know.
It's a practical, opportunity or outlook, I suppose. 17, I believe, 1/2 point favorites is what CU is against Houston. But hey, you win this one, you never know.
You never know. Hey, if you win this one, now you really have some momentum on your wings. And I think then people might start actually talking about, could this team actually steal a bid? But like I said, the hurdle they have tomorrow is monumental.
And that's why we love March Madness so much, because you never quite know. Eric Christensen, Richie Cozzolino, thanks so much for watching.